Hey everybody, Bandicoot Commando here, and welcome to Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal. It's me on doing the post again, but last time we went to Marcadia. We had to defend the place because the president was under attack. We were able to get to the presidential palace and were able to secure the area with the battle missions. And it's from there that the president told us that the laser defense shield at the facility is down that protects the planet. So he gave us the refractor and told us to go there to see if we could fix it, and we found an old friend of ours, Big Al, from the first game. He had a Qwark vid-comic on him that he was playing, and we're gonna borrow it, and today we're gonna play the Qwark vid game and see if that might help with Qwark's memory. Also, yeah, I bought the Infector and Suck Cannon. 4 times in a row. Well, not 4 times in a row, but 3 times in a row, man. That's sad. I even tried putting this video in Audacity. I tried to see if I can import it through raw data. That didn't work, and I could probably try it through the other methods, and it won't work. All I could say is if anyone has a program they can suggest to me that if for whatever reason my audio files won't load on Vegas on a video, is there an audio program I can put a video in that I can then fix it somehow? Because I sure have no idea. I'll keep Audacity just in case. But yes, the Qwark vid comics, I love their old style. It's an old homage to like games from the NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis era. Well, sort of. And these Qwark vid comics, if Al is to be believed, are historically accurate. So they will describe and tell the adventures of Qwark and how our friend Captain Qwark became the hero that he is now. Nope, that is not a typo. Yes, booty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's an old-fashioned 2D kind of game. It's really fun, though. So you jump, press square to punch. You could kill some enemies in one punch or several. Yep, and then when you get the red ones, they're worth 10. If you can get all the Qwark tokens in each vid comic, I didn't remember this until I did it myself here, but you actually get a platinum bolt or titanium bolt, I'm sorry. My mind is still stuck in going commando. Doesn't help that the titanium bolts and platinum bolts literally look the same. They just have a different name. Yeah, when you're playing these Qwark vid comics, try to look in every sort of crook and cranny to find not just the red tokens, but to find any hidden blue tokens hiding out there. And there's another item that you will find as well. We won't see it until later, though. And also with the timer, if you can get through the stages fast enough, you'll get a skill point for it. Yeah. Yeah. But I would suggest, at least in this level, save the ammo on your blaster, because it'll be more useful later. Only use it against the enemies if you absolutely think you need to. Oh, and the other thing, since I've been wall jumping, I don't think Qwark tells you how to wall jump until either later in this stage or in the second vid. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? That was lagging for some reason. It's doing it again. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's just me or if the video was actually doing that, but yeah, wall jumping, you just gotta press up against the wall and then press X. It's not like with Ratchet's wall jumping. You actually have to hold back and press on the wall. That's a dick move. I even acknowledged when that happened. I just said that was a dick move. That's a dirty trick. I hate games that pull the rug under your feet like that. Because you'd think it'd be one of those platforms that all you gotta do is just jump on it and, hey, I got a titanium bolt. Fight my way through these ghost pirate robots more. Nothing over there. And that. Yep, there's one in every vid-comic, and I think if you get them all, you also get a skill point. Or a titanium bolt. Alright, for this space eel thing, just shoot it. It's not too hard. But if it gets close to you, you can punch through it, like I am. You'll take a bit of damage, though, doing that. And there. It's quite an easy boss. Nice pose there I did. And then, yeah, you will get bolts for your performance. So if you get all the bolts here, you get that amount. Or all the tokens, that's how much you get. Later vid-comics increase the reward. The man behind the queue. I always wondered why it. Now I see why it's a queue. I could see why the queue. And then there, Qwark remembers everything. The Hygienator, Drek, the Crotchetizer being Steve. He remembers it all. And the Hygienator's side effects. Well, that's what you are right now. Yay. Annihilation Nation. That is such a fun. That's such a fun set of words to say. It rolls off the tongue so well. Oh, there's our contestant. Fred. Yeah, the joke, the morph array. The morph array turns things into chickens, and since it said it was up in his pants, yeah, that's the joke. Just in case you didn't know. Nope. Yeah, another day, another death course. But there. Nope. Oh yeah, and I noticed how Qwark was in that tree. Okay. But now that that's done and over, look at me thinking that there'd be new VR missions to do. Okay, so before we set off, I go over there to check to see if there's any new weapons. Except for the spitting hydra, which I can't get yet. And yeah, we're ready to make our way to Annihilation Nation. Again, that is just a fun thing to say. It's like certain words that just have such a nice fun rhyming, or they just work so well it rolls off the tongue. And there it is. At least he gets his name right. Not to mention, he did save 2 galaxies, okay? He saved the Solana, then he saved the Bogon. Now he's going to save the Solana galaxy again. Alright. It's just like any other death course you've been on. Well, the path of death being the first one, but it's just a death course. Also, there is a skill point that you can get here that involves destroying those cameras that are filming the action. Of course, I don't do that. I'm not going to do that during this or any other time Well, I mean, I might do it later on my spare time, but anytime I'm recording and I'm actually showing doing these death courses, I'm not going to do it. You can't destroy those laser turrets. You can hit them to disable them. I think there's another skill point that involves trying to get through this without like taking a hit, I think. I might be wrong. That. There. Nice. These death courses also don't take too long, really. I mean, later ones can be a little tricky because they try to throw more enemies and other obstacles at you. Step on that. And we're almost there, actually. We are almost there. Oh yeah, we just got to get past these pusher things, and that's it. Get past him, and there. That's it. Once you just see that A symbol there, yeah. And we get the second vid-comic for our troubles. Arriba, oh me boy. Now here's the real challenge. The Gladiator Arena. So, by and large, it's just pretty much like the Megacorp games or the arena on Joba. So, basically anytime if you want to earn any little rewards, well, bolt cash prizes, or if you need to level up Ratchet or your weapons, you can come here and do the different challenges to do that sort of thing. But if you want to go for all the challenges and try to, get titanium bolt skill, both the titanium bolts and skill points, I would advise you come here once you have most, if not all, the weapons, and most, if not nearly all, the armor that you can get in the game. That way it'll be easier for you in the long run. Now, what do I talk about? I think I haven't run out of things to talk just yet, but it's just, what am I supposed to do? It's the same thing. I'm just shooting enemies. I got nothing new to talk about right now. Because by the time this goes up, things that are going to happen today as I'm recording will have passed. Inferno! Oh yeah, speaking of that, I think since the announcer will be talking over like Ratchet and everything, depending on what he says, that can give you a little tip off of what to expect. Like, I think if he says let's turn up the heat, that means there's an Inferno crate somewhere in the field that you can pick up. The Infector. When you use it on weak enemies, it kills them instantly, but on tougher enemies, they'll at least try to fight. Yeah, why does it take so long for it to acknowledge what the Infector does? Slowly poisons them to kill them. And I'm all out. And there's no enemies left to use the suck cannon on. And there. It's as simple as that. You better believe it. Courtney Gears. And it works. It is quite convincing. Oh yes, Captain Qwark starting to turn back around. Yeah. Basically, in other words, after the shame of losing to Ratchet again and working for Megacorp, Qwark ran away, became recluse in Florana, lost his mind, and now he's back to normal. Wait a minute. The one thing I did not know is I missed it, and I really can't reverse it because I couldn't read the subtitles well enough. Is whenever Ratchet speaks while he's in the Terra guys, if you don't have the subtitles enabled, He actually does say stuff that's translated for the subtitles. I never knew that. Of course, I've already recorded the episode ahead of when you have to make full use of this thing. So there's that. Also, yeah, the rest of this video is going to be nothing but me doing I almost said Megacorp, doing the Annihilation Nation challenges. It's a sad thing that anytime I see these things, I'm like, oh, I gotta do them. I gotta do them. I gotta do them all on screen, even though I'm just doing several of them on screen. And then I'm like, oh, it won't take too long. And then it takes like a good 10, 20 minutes of your time. It's strange that that's up there, but there's nothing up there to do. And that lava doesn't hurt you. I mean, I guess it's up there if you want to hit that camera without using some of your weapons, but why would you do that? Why would you not use your weapons for that sort of thing? And there we go. The Nitro launcher leveled up. And it has a lock-on mod feature. I don't think I really demonstrated the lock-on mod feature, but what it does, though, what it'll do is that when you lock on to enemies, you'll actually be given a tiny health bar. And there's the... Oh, that's not the end. That way, as you're shooting them... Whoa. Yeah, they just came out of nowhere. They took me by surprise. You can... Yeah, the lock-on mod helps out. It can let you see an enemy's health. That way you'll know how much damage you're doing. It does the same for bosses, but bosses already have a health bar. You don't need another health bar to see how much damage you're doing to it. The Pyro Playground. Yeah, I do all these death courses. They do get a little trickier, though. And we are going left. Yeah, see, if you shoot them, you disable them. Can't flat out destroy them. There we go. Yeah, watch out here. And yeah, I died here because I didn't know that was a missing gap. I thought that was a thing that was gonna come out. And hey, my favorite, the Agents of Doom. My boys. I love my little boys. Don't take that in the wrong context, okay? Every time I say that, I'm thinking, I hope people don't take that the wrong way. I mean that for my Agents of Doom, okay? The Agents of Doom are my little boys and I love them. Okay? Their daddy loves them like any other father would love their son. Them Agents of Doom are my favorite weapon, and I care a lot about them. You know, that's another thing, actually, since I brought that up, is how it has to be hard to, you know, with certain words and the way things are today, to say certain things and not have people take it the wrong way. Because, you know, the whole I love my boys thing, you know, out of context, that, you know, it could mean something else. And that's why it's tiring to clarify what you meant, what you said. Okay, left again. The little guys. And then we go up and take care of you. And the end is right there. I think the left courses are shorter than the right courses. Suicide Run! It's like Suicide Squad. Not really, but still. Speaking of which, I'm hearing they're gonna reboot that movie already, and here I am thinking, how is it gonna work once you've already established what went down? I mean, I know as of now, as far as I know, none of the events in that. Yeah, I'm just looking at the map to show the different possibilities. Anyway, how are you gonna reboot Suicide Squad when, as of now, I mean, I know none of the movie has impacted, or no, it did actually. What am I saying? Uh, uh, name. Trying to think of the name. Ben Affleck, yeah. Ben Affleck. He appears several times as Batman, and not to mention that during the credits, he has that scene with, what's her face, to get a file on other metahumans to build up for Justice League, but still, I don't know. Speaking of Justice League, I actually recently bought Aquaman for Blu-ray, and I got a nice Funko little figurine of him for my keychain, which works because I recently lost my Rocket Raccoon one because it was getting old and beat up. All right, and now these are the gladiator arenas. The different obstacles here is that's one of them, the spinning blades down there. Those bigger circles that I'm close to, those will be like electrified. And then the center will open up to have a lava pit in it. And if they want to, they can push it even further by throwing one more obstacle in the ring. Yep, there's the electricity I talked about. Also, enemies do not get hurt if they walk over any of that. Okay, they walk over the electricity, they're fine. They walk over the fan blades, they're fine. My N60 leveled up, that's great. The only one they can't walk over is the pit in the middle. And the final obstacle they can't handle either. Man, I just hate how tough it is to level up this particular weapon. Okay, the plasma whip, as you can see, it's good. It can hit multiple enemies at once. But its downside is that it just doesn't have a lot of ammo to it. 30 ammo just to kill one enemy. It takes like, I don't know, 3-4 whip strikes to kill an enemy. It's more of a very cool looking weapon that's impractical to use. But again, at least it does some good damage, and you can throw it. But even throwing it can't be helpful. There, the center open. I just realized the center pit's open up. Inferno! Yeah, you still take. Well, I didn't see if I actually took damage or not, but you still take damage to hazards if you are in Inferno. That's the final obstacle. An indestructible turret. You can trick the turret into shooting enemies, though. But you can't destroy it. You just got to keep moving. Got to dodge its shots. And depending on how many rounds that you have to go through of a challenge, you can just simply, it will disappear. Unless they decide to be mean and keep it up forever, which, yeah. Once all the obstacles are out, that's pretty much saying, let's see if you know how to dance and pay attention to what you're doing. Because as you can see, I'm almost close to dying. and I win. Just barely. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I want to. There are specific challenges that are like, use this weapon. The Terrible Two. These two, I believe their names. Actually, I didn't. They show up on the description, but I didn't get to read them. Geary and not Lenny. I know the big guy here. His name is Geary or Gary. Yeah, I was trying to see if I can find their names on there. Anyway, Gary's not too hard to deal with. He'll just shoot through his railgun thing and shoot missiles out from him. It's her, on the other hand. She has her own little electrical whip with shock waves. And then, yeah, she'll try to get near you to use it. Also, it may be just me, but she might be tougher than Gary. Because she doesn't take as much damage as he does. Okay, it's your turn. Yeah, the thing is, they, at least during this video, they weren't talking. They do have dialogue. They do talk. Like, when they're switching out, like, Gary will be like, I'm out of here. And then when she's switching around, she'll be like, your turn. I know, yeah, once you're fighting her during this phase, Gary's going to be a cheater and shoot missiles at you until it's just you and him. You can do that, but it's not recommended because, yeah, he will do that. It doesn't do as much damage, though, compared to his other attacks. Yeah, that did only what, 1-2 pieces of damage? There. And that did give my plasma whip a decent boost. Yeah, Gary and Helen, that's their names. So yeah, I'm going to stop there though, but I will do more of these Megacorp challenges. A few of them off screen to see what I can do. And yeah, that's all there is to it. That will do for this episode of Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. I don't know why I'm standing there in place for so long. What am I talking about? Why am I just standing there? I don't even remember what I was talking about. I think I was just talking about how the later challenges and all that. But yeah, that will do for this episode of Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Join me next time as we return to the Starship Phoenix and see what Captain Qwark has to say. And now I remember why I was standing there for so long. It was starting to snow heavy outside. It was still March by the time I was doing that. See you guys next time.